Good morning, students and counselors. We are here today with the Manchester University information session. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys some housekeeping before we get started and we hear from Jacob today. So if you have any questions, because your camera and microphone are actually set to off, so our panelists can't see or hear you, make sure you use that Q&A button that is listed at the bottom of your screen. This Q&A will be able to show up on Jacob's screen and he'll be able to answer your questions. If he's not able to get to all your questions today, don't worry. He will get those questions emailed to him and he'll be able to reach out to you one-on-one. We do have a lot of sessions available still for our part one of this Strive Scan information. So make sure you check those out at oacac.org. And this recording, along with all of our others, are going to be on our website and available to you within about a week of your webinar. And that can also be located at the oacac.org website. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Jacob with the Manchester University, and we'll hear about what his university has to offer you. Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks so much for presenting me. That was great. Welcome everyone that is here to learn about Manchester University. Thanks for taking time out during this crazy time. And I'm so glad that OACAC and Strive Scan has given us this opportunity to still present our colleges to the many of you. I believe we have one student with us today. So thanks for being here with us and welcome to anyone who will join later on as well. So just a little quick facts slide here to start off. But before that, again, I'm Jacob Sweet. I'm a senior admissions counselor at Manchester University in North Manchester, Indiana. I'm also a program specialist for the College of Pharmacy, Natural and Health Sciences as well. So I work primarily with the students who are looking to go into many of our pre-professional programs along with our biology chemistry specific program as well. So if you're interested in a pre-med, pre-dental, pre-optometry, those types of programs, I would be your admissions counselor that you will work with as well. So North Manchester, Indiana is in Northeast Indiana. So the closest big city to us that you may be the most familiar with is Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we do have a Fort Wayne, Indiana campus as well. We're very proud to be able again to be here today to present to you as well. So just to start off with some quick facts to get to know Manchester University a little bit better. We're a small, private, liberal arts institution. We're very proud of that and very proud of our background. If you're unfamiliar with liberal arts mean, Manchester University has been a liberal arts university for decades. And what that means is that if you come in specific to a certain major, again, if you're studying a pre-professional program or history or social work or psychology or any of our many other programs, you'll take a lot of classes in that area, but then you're going to step out and you're going to take classes in other disciplines that we offer as well. So the goal is that by the time you graduate from Manchester University, that you have knowledge in a lot of different areas and you have knowledge and can talk to people about these areas and talk to people who do have the experience in these areas. So it's a very exciting portion of the Manchester University curriculum. We have about 1,500 students, and of these students, we have students from 26 states and 21 countries. Manchester is very proud of our diverse background and the students that we have on campus. We have 25% domestic minorities and 3% international. As someone like myself who's a Manchester grad in 2016, I knew a lot of different people at Manchester. It's easy to do so. But a lot of these people weren't from Indiana or from Ohio, where I was from either. A lot of these students were from other states far away in the United States, and maybe out of the United States as well. It was really an awesome opportunity to get to know those students and learn from them. They learned from me, and we got to have really awesome class discussions about different things as well. Manchester University is a member of the Church of the Brethren. Maybe an unfamiliar denomination for some of you. It was for me when I first started at Manchester. It's an awesome religion, and I encourage you to look it up and learn a little bit more about it. How we honor it specifically at Manchester is we're the first school in the world to have a peace studies program back in 1948. So we honor a certain pillar of peace that the Church of the Brethren has, and we honor that with having our peace program at Manchester University. The other part of how we honor that is through service. and volunteering. So there'll be a slide later on when I talk more about student life and involvement, kind of what our volunteer and service options are at Manchester. But just kind of an overview of what that looks like. We clock about 25,000 hours of service each year. And that is between students, faculty, and staff. So those are the two pillars of how we honor the Church of the Brethren as well. The number one reported religion at Manchester actually is Catholicism. And we have a Manchester Catholics group. We have a number of faith-based groups. We do offer chapel every Tuesday. It's not required, but we do offer it for the students that are interested in participating in it. And looking at our largest majors, biology, chemistry, again, a major that I focus on quite a bit. Accounting and business within our College of Business. Our education program with several different concentrations. Our psychology program, which has several different concentrations as well. And then our overarching exercise science, which leads us into some of our pre-physical therapy programs, pre-occupational therapy, and then our Masters of Athletic Training program as well. So just some quick facts to get you familiar a little bit with Manchester. Moving on here on a little bit to our quick figures. Like I said, we have a number of areas of studies at Manchester. In the slide before, I named some of our majors where we see a lot of our students studying. Certainly not, maybe not considered our most popular, but where we see students studying the most that come to Manchester each year. But we have 70 areas of study. We have a number of different programs, and hopefully we can find an interest between a major, a double major, a major and a minor, or even helping you create a major as well through your academic advisors and our registrar's office. Well, average class size is 20 or under. Okay, so we have the opportunity to present classes to you where you have the opportunity to really get to know the professor and really get to know your classmates and have really great discussions, as I mentioned before. Some of our entry-level classes that you're taking as part of that liberal arts curriculum, you may see several students in that class, anywhere from 20 to 30, maybe some of your entry-level major classes as well. But as you proceed becoming an upperclassman, you're taking very major specific classes. You'll see anywhere from 5 to 7 in a class. And just imagine what those conversations will be like with our professors. 93% of those professors are full-time. 90-some% of them have the highest education in their field as well. So just imagine what those conversations will be like, really learning from someone who not only has the industry experience, but has the knowledge behind it as well. Leading into that is that 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. Again, we want to see that small number so our professors have the opportunity to get to know all of you and really have great discussions. Again, I keep mentioning that, but that's really what it's about, to come to a liberal arts institution like Manchester and really learn a lot about the different areas. Manchester may be located in Northeast Indiana in the cornfields in a small town, but we have 45% of our students experience a study away program. So this could involve a study abroad or a study away. So you're looking at doing something within the United States, or you're looking at going overseas. And when I was a student, I had the opportunity to study overseas in Dublin and London. It was a tremendous opportunity as well. Looking at some of our student support here, so we have a number of ways that our professors support you within the classroom, but we have a number of ways that they're supporting you outside the classroom. First of all of our professors are required to have office hours. So they're required to be made available to you to make sure that you're getting the extra help outside of class that you need. And they'll constantly keep in contact with you and help you with your schedule and their schedule to make sure you're finding a time that you can meet, whether it's in the morning before class, after class, sometime during the day, something like that. But outside of those resources, we have many different offices across Manchester to really help you become the fullest college student professional possible. So we have our Office of Career and Professional Development. What this office does is many of the different things that you see on here. So say you come in and your resume is just a mess, but I want to get an on-campus job, which we have a number of those, and we require a resume for that. But I need help getting that resume under control and kind of outlined and organized. Our professionals in our Career and Professional Development office will help do that. Mock interviews, networking events, helping put you in front of employers, showing you what you've learned as a Manchester student, helping you with internships alongside both of your advisors that you will have, and then helping you with that job search, which is ultimately the whole reason you're going to college, and maybe that grad school assistance, depending on kind of what your avenue is going to college. We have tremendous academic support alongside what I just mentioned before. Study tables, the writing center, the math center, academic counseling, disability services for the students who need that support, and then academic advisors. As a student at Manchester, you receive an academic advisor and a success advisor. So your success advisor would essentially take over for me or one of my colleagues after you've moved on to campus and has fully gone through the enrollment process. Your academic advisor then is going to be specific to your major. Your success advisor then can be looked at as your guidance counselor on campus as well. They're both going to help you with scheduling and making sure you're having the most success at Manchester as possible. All of these services that you see on this slide is free for you to use as well. Looking at some of our undergraduate outcomes, we have that overarching 96% overall placement rate within 6 months. Really blows the national average out of the water, okay? So we see our students getting jobs, going on to volunteer services, going on to graduate school. And someone who's a Manchester grad myself, I had a job even before I graduated Manchester. And no, it wasn't this job either. I was in journalism for a few years before coming back to Manchester. So I can attest to what that 96% placement rate does for our students. We have a 96% education, 96% of our education graduates, have their own classroom position within 6 months of graduation. So we know how much we need our teachers, and our education program is going to help nurture and grow those individuals into becoming that. 95% of our students are accepting the psychology graduate school. This one really blows the national average out of the water because it can be as low as 7%. We have tremendous psychology programs as well, and this is really a testament to what they're able to do. And then we're moving into our sciences, again, an area that I spend a lot of time in. Our 89% of our students are accepting to medical school. Again, a huge accomplishment of getting into medical school, which is a very hard thing to do. And you can see that our undergrad programs really help our students succeed into getting into a medical school of their choice. Looking at a program called the Fast Forward program at Manchester. This is a really neat program that's available in almost all of our areas of study. But this is calling all students who are dedicated and academically strong and willing to have a little bit more of a workload within their schedule, more than a student who's going just the normal 4 years. This is a potential to save you a year on tuition and get you out in the workforce sooner. So it's giving you an education, a Manchester education, with 3 years instead of 4 years. So it's really giving you those great opportunities as well. Something to think about, something to talk to an admissions counselor about if you're interested in Manchester, and then definitely something to think about talking to your advisors about if and when you decide to come to Manchester. Talking more specific about our academics. Again, the college that I spend a lot of time in, the College of Pharmacy and National Health Sciences, we're growing. We're adding more programs. Our health sciences is really starting to explode at Manchester University. We're adding nursing in 2021. We're going to have an undergraduate path, and then we're going to add the specific nursing program to our Fort Wayne campus. We're very excited for that opportunity. Something that's really, really neat, and I think really inspires a lot of our students to go into medicine that go to Manchester, is our medical practicum. So this was a program created back in 1986, I believe, and this is where our students, as part of our study away, study abroad opportunities, go during our January session in between both of our semesters to a third world country. For a while, they've gone to Nicaragua and Guatemala recently to help give a country like that medical services. And our students really get to work hand in hand with medical professionals and really see the benefit of what they're doing to helping other people. So it inspires a lot of our students to continue on the medicine path that they are on. Popular majors within this college, again, our biology, chemistry, combining those pre-professional programs. We also have separate biology, chemistry programs. We've just combined them to create our pre-meds and those types of programs. We have exercise science and fitness, which again leads into different avenues, like our Masters of Athletic Training program at Manchester. And then we have an environmental studies program. We have one of the first programs in the state of Indiana back in 1970. So this is an opportunity if you're very interested in wildlife, being outdoors, this could be the opportunity for you. And you could double major, environmental science and biology, or major minor. There's a lot of opportunities to be successful within this area. Our College of Education and Social Sciences just recently named the Henry Department of Education. We have a great partnership with the Chicago Center. So students who want an urban setting for their student teaching, that big city experience, we can get you into CPS, Chicago Public School System. And our popular majors within this area is pretty much all of our education areas, whether you're studying secondary education, elementary education, or maybe you want to be a librarian or a guidance counselor or something like that. You'll go into maybe educational studies. We have psychology. Again, tremendous success within our psychology program as well. We have cognitive neuroscience and industrial psychology and just general psychology. And we see our students doing a lot of different things. A really cool program at Manchester is our communication studies. So to graduate from a public or private institution in the state of Indiana, you need 120 credits. Communication studies comes in at about 34 credit hours, giving you the opportunity to take more communications classes in different areas, or to double major, maybe in a sports management or marketing or English or some other program within communication studies. There's a lot of great opportunities there. Normally a major would be about 50 to 54 hours, but communications gives you, again, so much flexibility. Our Gilbert College of Business, just recently named after a longtime professor of about 40 years at Manchester. We have 3 of the top programs in the state based on best value for your money: accounting, marketing, and finance. We have the #1 accounting program for a lot of reasons in the state of Indiana. One is going to be based on that 78% CPA exam first-time pass rate, okay? And again, blowing that national average out of the water. Our College of Business likes to say we grow CPAs, okay? But we've got tremendous amounts of success within our Gilbert College of Business. And we just built a brand new College of Business facility within the last couple of years. It's a beautiful new facility. Popular majors within that area is accounting. And if you know someone who went to Manchester and you ask them about accounting, they're going to be like, yep, I know someone who did that. I know someone who's had a lot of success in that area. A really cool program if you're competitive, really calling the athletes is what these professors like to see. Those people are competitive, but if you don't play sports, you can still have a competitive edge. And maybe you have that competitive edge. Maybe you look at getting into professional sales. Okay? And professional sales isn't going to be that annoying telemarketer who calls you and tries to sell you something over and over again. I have friends and have classmates that went to Manchester who work for big companies and sell different equipment to other companies to help make them successful as well. And then we have a tremendous sport management program at Manchester, something that I studied at Manchester as well. The #2 ranked program in the state of Indiana. Awesome, awesome. And we've got students that are doing a lot of cool things within the sports industry. And it's really neat to think about because the sports industry is so incredibly competitive as well. Looking last, but certainly not least, is our College of Arts and Humanities. Again, really pushing that study away class, that study away opportunity, seeing the world, seeing the country. I mentioned early on how we honor the Church of the Brethren. We had that first peace studies major in the United States and maybe even in the world as well. Popular majors in that area: art, peace studies, and all of our great music opportunities, both our vocal opportunities and our instrumental opportunities as well. We just recently added a marching band this year. Even though football and some of our other sports aren't going on right now, they were just on the field practicing, and they sounded awesome. It sounded awesome. 4 of our graduate programs at Manchester. So the first 3 you see here are housed in our Fort Wayne, Indiana campus. We have our Doctor of Pharmacy program. The degree would be a PharmD. And there's only 3 pharmacy programs in the state of Indiana, and we're the only one like ours. We admit just about 70 students a year in our pharmacy program. So very, very small, again, getting that small class size opportunity as well. And this 70 is in our graduate programs. We admit a number of students within our undergrad program as well. There's a lot of different avenues to get to that pharmacy program. Well, we can have those conversations as well as someone who recruits these students. We have our Master's in Pharmacogenomics as well. One of the first programs ever in this area, and I believe, again, one of those first programs, especially in the United States for this area. It's looking at pharmacy, it's looking at genetics, and it's looking at individualized medicine as well. We have our Masters of Athletic Training. As the athletic training world has changed in Indiana, you're now required to have a master's degree to practice athletic training in the state of Indiana. So we've added this opportunity to help get our students 2 degrees in 5 years and help prepare them for the industry. A great program regardless of what state you're from. And we have our great Masters of Accountancy program as well. Just another reason that makes our accounting program so strong within our Gilbert College of Business. The college that we just mentioned in a couple of slides prior to this as well. So this program is actually really neat. It's a 4-year program where you get 2 degrees and you get to keep your financial aid. So definitely something to think about. If you're interested in that, I can always contact you to the admissions counselors in these different areas as well. Campus life. So much about college is about that campus life. So there's tremendous opportunities within the traditions at Manchester, our clubs and organizations, volunteering, intramurals, athletics, music, theater. There's so much opportunities going on campus and so much going on the weekends and the weekdays to meet new people and to really get involved on campus. And that's a huge part of what Manchester is about. Looking at a number of our clubs and organizations, 60 plus. These are just to name a few. Based on your major, leadership opportunities, social club. And you can also create a club as well, and Manchester will help get that started with some monetary benefits as well. But tremendous opportunities. Mentioned earlier the opportunity for service and to volunteer. So this kind of digs a little bit deeper into those opportunities. Alongside those 25,000 hours that we clock each year that I mentioned before, those areas are involved within community dinners and our Indiana Reading Corps and Habitat for Humanity and highway cleanup and just other service projects within the two communities that we have campuses in, North Manchester community and the Fort Wayne community as well. We have a campus pantry. We have a clothing closet on campus, and we have an opportunity for our students to do what we call the Shepherd's Internship. So this is students working and living at the poverty level, and getting students to really see what that's about, and really seeing this opportunity from the families who are struggling, and seeing it from their opportunities and their angle as well. Most of our students are on campus. Okay, we're primarily a residential campus. We do have 3 traditional residence hall options within East Hall, Garver Hall, and Schwalm Hall. And you'll see our first years primarily in these residence halls. Then we have our upperclassmen opportunities within our suite style residence halls, Hellman and Oakwood. So bigger facilities, own bathroom, those types of areas as well. And then we have an apartment style for upperclassmen as well. You are required to live on campus for the first 3 years at Manchester. If you live within 40 miles, you can commute, but once you hit senior status, you are able to move off campus as well. When it comes to NCAA athletics and intramurals, a lot of students have interest in doing this and being a part of the NCAA Division III. This is an opportunity to continue playing a sport that you really, really enjoy. I ran cross country and track and field at Manchester, and I wouldn't give that opportunity up for anything. If I could go back tomorrow, I definitely would do that. And this is just an opportunity, again, keep competitive and keep playing the sport that you really enjoy as well. Division III is the NCAA largest division, so we're proud to be a part of that as well. We participate in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. All of our students receive an academic scholarship, but none of our students receive an athletic scholarship as part of being a member of the NCAA Division III. And we'll talk more about financial aid and what that looks like here in a bit. We did just open a new athletic stadium this year, so we're very excited. We're very excited to see that our football team is going to have an opportunity to play some of our conference opponents within the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference this year. So we'll be able to start using that new facility. So it's a new football field, new track, and some new facilities around it as well. We're very excited for that. And recently, I believe a couple summers ago we refurbished our weight room and fitness center. So we were able to kind of space that room out a little bit, bring in some new equipment as well, and do some other touch-ups within that area as well. And our athletic facility, which we call the PERC, the Physical Education Recreation Center, is currently still going on some different renovations and getting some fix up around the building as well. So we're very excited to see what that will look like once that's completed as well. Here's a number of our men's sports. Again, we have 20 NCAA Division III opportunities. So here's a number of our men's sports, and we're competitive in all of these across the board as well. And here's a number of our women's sports as well. Still, again, competitive across the board as well. I really enjoyed my time as an NCAA Division III athlete competing in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Between track and field and cross country men's and women's, we had a lot of success. And I love seeing all of our other programs have great success as well. So it's fun being a Spartan. Love being a Spartan fan. And then if you're interested in still being competitive, still playing a sport that you really, really enjoy, but you don't want to go to practice every day, you don't want to be a part of the NCAA, you don't want that high level of competition, intramurals may just be for you. So again, this is just to name a few. We've had other opportunities to add some others as well. We have a high amount of our students participating in intramurals. So a little over 50% of our students compete in NCAA sanctioned sports. 75% of our students participate in intramurals. So almost all of our students in some capacity are competing in some type of athletic activity as well. So that's a tremendous opportunity to see our students doing that, continue playing and being active. That's something that they enjoy as well. Great fan support as well. You will see high amounts of fans and students at each athletic competition as well. In the picture here where you can see with our mascot Manny, and the person getting a picture with him is our president, Dave McFadden, and you'll see him at a number of competitions and other events on campus as well. And him and his wife Renee will also invite you to their house on campus called Tall Oaks as well. So tremendous support and opportunities to get to know them very well. And that's just the benefits of being at a small school. It's really neat to get to know them and know so many different people. And going to games and being involved in that is a great way to do that as well. Admissions, something that I do every day. So it's great that we're able to talk about this at this point now. So applying to Manchester. You can apply to Manchester at the end of your junior year, anytime during your senior year. So our 2021 app is currently open. And these are the two opportunities to be able to do that. So our online application is free. It takes about 10 minutes to do so. And I just encourage you to fill out the whole application, all the questions, so we can get to know you better. It goes to the individual admissions counselor that you will be working with. So it's very important that you fill that out so they can get to know you as well. We're also on the Common app, so if you're unsure about that, feel free to send me a message or get in contact with our admissions office or ask your school counseling department about that as well. Required items that we need to complete your file at Manchester, we need the application. Again, one of those two ways that I mentioned before, and we need that high school transcript as well. So we need your high school to send us your official high school transcript, because we're looking at your GPA primarily to be admitted to Manchester. So we are looking at a 2.5 GPA or higher to be admitted to Manchester. So it's really important that we see that high school transcript so we can evaluate what your grades look like as well. After you apply, your file is complete. It goes to the admissions counselor of the area of study that you're interested in, and these are the three possible results of your application. Admitted, and that's what we want to see of all of our students admitted to Manchester and having the opportunity to join us. You could be put on hold, so you could be sent on to what we call a file review committee, and they may reach out to you about other opportunities and things that we may need from you to help move your application along. So more letters of recommendations, a personal statement, and something like that. Or unfortunately, some students could be denied if they do not meet admission as well. And you'll receive information from our Office of Admissions regarding the decision that we've made on your application. It takes about 2 weeks for your application to be reviewed, and then with a decision given to you as well. A really great thing about our application is we don't require the ACT or the SAT. Okay, we are test optional. We've been test optional for many years, even before the current situation of the world right now. So we really want to see what those 4 years of your high school abilities were and your grades, and we want to award you a scholarship based on that. So next steps, after you've applied to Manchester, we really encourage you that you visit campus. We do offer a visit scholarships for visiting campus, being on campus, a $500 a year renewable scholarship. So it gives you an opportunity to come to campus and meet with a coach, meet with a professor, sit on a class. Other opportunities could be study away opportunities, also multicultural affairs, meet with our honors program with the honors director, meet with that Office of Career and Professional Development, learn about those mock interviews and resume help and those types of services that they offer as well. Seniors, October 1 is when the FAFSA opens. Please make sure you file. Any admissions counselor, any school that you are in connection with is going to encourage you to file the FAFSA. This is the most important part of the college process. We want to be able to give you as much financial aid as possible to make college as affordable as possible for you. So it's very important that you do that. Once you file the FAFSA, you just need to list Manchester on there so we can receive that information and then create you an in-depth financial aid package with a lot of different things on it. And one of my favorite aspects of being an admissions counselor is talking about financial aid. So there's a lot of great aspects of financial aid at Manchester. Again, talking about the FAFSA, it's free. It's free as in the name. Please do not pay to file the FAFSA. If it's asking you to pay, get out of that site and contact an admissions counselor that you've been working with to make sure they get you in the right direction, okay? You're looking at filing the 2021 FAFSA this year, October 1st, April 15th, okay? And it's always going to look at a couple taxes before your tax information from your family is going to be looking at the recent tax information that you have. Things that you're going to need while you're filing, it'll require you to create an FSA ID, something that you'll get information on hopefully later from your school counseling department, but something that an admissions counselor can talk to you about as well. You'll need social security numbers, tax information as well, and then there's a few assistance websites that you can look into as well. But again, feel free to contact me anytime about questions that you have about the FAFSA, but I really encourage you to do this. It's a very important part, if not the most important part of the college process. And that April 15th date is for Indiana students. So important to look at the state that you're currently in, and then kind of talking with an admissions counselor of the college you're interested in about kind of what that out-of-state FAFSA dates look like as well, if there is any. Some opportunities here, again, looking specifically more to Indiana, but the federal opportunities that you could receive to come to Manchester is a Pell Grant, and then those direct student and parent loan opportunities. And then you see here is a number of the different Indiana aid that students can receive as well. So again, just something to think about. Talk to your admissions counselor at the school that you're interested in. Give me a call. We'll talk through it of all the opportunities that you could receive at Manchester as well. And even though you may not be from Indiana, there's opportunities to receive more financial aid through filing the FAFSA from Manchester. Okay, so it's very, very important why you file the FAFSA and list Manchester if you're interested. Our Manchester scholarships and grants that you could receive, it does not matter where you're from either. So academic scholarship, anywhere from $12,000 to $22,000 per year based on that 2.5 or higher. That visit incentive scholarship that I mentioned before, $500 a year. MUSA scholarship up to $3,000. We've recently added an esports scholarship, esports team. So we offer scholarships up to $3,000 for that. And then this Manchester grant that you see here, this is what you could receive based on the FAFSA information from Manchester. Okay, so it's very, very important that you file the FAFSA again, so you could potentially be eligible for that Manchester grant as well. Back up there to the academic scholarship. To maintain this scholarship every year, you just have to stay in good academic progress. You just have to stay working towards graduating and working with your advisors to make sure you get there as well. I encourage you to start looking at outside scholarships, especially for our seniors, juniors. Start thinking about opportunities that you have. Think about what the seniors ahead of you are looking into, what they've been awarded. Maybe start talking to your school counseling department about this as well, looking at local businesses, community organizations. Be careful of scams, okay? Someone like me has a full list of these safe websites that you could use, so I encourage you to get in contact with me, especially if you're interested in Manchester, and I can send you a number of links that would be safe and give you a great opportunity to receive some more outside scholarship funds as well. So this is a great way to make Manchester more affordable. I've recruited a number of students over the years that have received a lot of outside scholarship resources and opportunities, and they've made Manchester almost free for them. So I recently just had a student this last year who's at Manchester, I think received anywhere from 7 to 10 outside scholarship resources. So there's a lot of opportunities out there to receive scholarships. So make sure that you're looking into those things and not ignoring this information that's given to you by your school counseling department as well. Work study opportunity at Manchester. We do have a work study opportunity within our student employment opportunities, and you'll be made aware if you're eligible for work study on your financial aid package that we will send you via the mail. However, we do have a number of on-campus jobs. We offer up to 20 hours a week, and we pay you Indiana minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour. So this is an opportunity to just earn a little bit of money, put some work opportunities on your resume, and we have a number of jobs in a number of areas on campus. So maybe you work in academics, athletics, maintenance, grounds, food service, custodial, safety. There's a number of different things that you could do. So we're just taking time to look at what those opportunities are, if and when you decide to come to Manchester. Puts a little bit of money in your pocket as well, so you have some spending money for whenever you go out to eat or to the store or something like that. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. It was great to talk to you a lot about Manchester University. This is our general admissions information as well. So feel free to call us email, especially if you'd like my contact information specifically. It was great to chat with you this morning again and talk to you about Manchester. And please contact me with any questions at all. I really appreciate the time. And if you're on social media, which most of us are, I encourage you to follow Manchester on one of these platforms and just get a lot of cool information from Manchester as well. One platform that's really, really cool is our View of MU, the Instagram that you see there. It's a student-run Instagram, so weekly. We have a different student or faculty and staff, and has gone to a little bit as well, take us through their week as a Manchester student. So a lot of good opportunities to be a part of this and kind of see what Manchester is doing. So I hope you will check us out. But I appreciate it again. And here's our contact information. Please contact us, and I can get you my contact information from there as well. So thank you so much.
All right, guys, thank you so much for attending our session. Jacob, thank you so much for your time. For those students and counselors that are attending, please note there will be a quick survey at the end when you exit out. It asks about 4 questions. As always, we do have more sessions that are available to you at oacac.org. And this session was recorded along with all of our other sessions, and those can all be found at oacac.org. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.
See ya.